Hi, welcome to another Wild Chit Chat. My name is Melinda Schmidt. I'm an animal communicator and coach. And today I wanted to talk about animal communication and the forms that it comes in. So animal communication isn't always like, if you're communicating with animals, you're like Dr. Dolittle and you can talk to the animals and they talk back to you. That's not most of the time the way that it works. It's often through metaphors and behaviors and circumstance that informs what it is that they are communicating. So I wanted to share with you an example of this. This was before I realized I was actually communicating with animals, before I realized that these dolphins were actually in a form of communication with me. Forgive the frizzy hair as I am in the humidity of Florida. When I was diagnosed with MS, multiple sclerosis, that was the year 2000, and I ended up a few months later in Florida for a dolphin adventure. I was brought to a place that they do rehab of the dolphins and of people working with the dolphins. So there were two different experiences that I had the opportunity to choose from, and I chose both. One was a very structured experience with the dolphins, where I got to hold onto their fin and have them swim out a little bit, kind of dragging me with them, got the kiss on the cheek, and honestly, I don't even remember what else was done in that experience. And it was like everything that I had ever dreamed of. It's exactly what I had always hoped for in a dolphin experience. The other experience was a swim with dolphins. This was not structured. So this was the dolphins just kind of swimming in this pool, and we were just kind of swimming along with them. And I was like, well, I guess it'll be all right. So one of the things that they warned us about was that, dolphins are very playful. They love to play jokes on people. And so one of the things we were warned about is that they love to play this game where they know the humans are so focused on them that they're not paying attention to where they're going. And so two of the dolphins would kind of work together they would kind of swim around the pool. Each one would have a human following them, and then they would come together so that the humans would bump heads with each other, because we're like not paying attention, we're just paying attention to them. So everybody kind of got a giggle out of it, and we're like, okay, cool, we'll be aware. No, we're not aware. Like, it's so exciting to be in that pool with these dolphins that you're not aware, you're just following them. And yes, I was a victim of this joke, of this prank. Like, next thing I know, my head has hit someone. I look up and we both just started laughing hysterically. We're like, oh my God, I can't believe we fell for it. It was just a really, really fun experience. That in and of itself wasn't the animal communication, although there was, certainly some there. What I realized as I was getting out of the pool was how much more spiritual and magical that experience was over the structured experience, because I was interacting with these dolphins in ways that were as natural as could be. These dolphins weren't forced to do anything. They could have just ignored us altogether if they wanted to, and it was just a much more natural environment. And I could feel the energy of that. And from that day forward, I pretty much forgot about my other experience, the one that was structured. Completely forgot about it. I didn't care about it. I cared about this natural experience with these dolphins. And what I realized many, many years later is that was the first moment that I understood connecting with animals at their level, and how magical and spiritual and beautiful that is. And that was my big takeaway from that, was that that's exactly what they were communicating with me. They were letting me know, hey, all of this show over there and all of these tricks that we can do, that's great. You can have fun watching us do that. But this, just being with us and being in our element, this is where the magic happens. Join us here, not there. And it was a very profound realization. And I've noticed that every time I am experiencing, like, for example, when I was training my dog, any type of dog training that went against his true nature felt incredibly uncomfortable to me. And I'm like, wait, but we're not taking into account his fears or his desires or any of that stuff. And so that was all informed, and I felt that way because I had had this dolphin experience. So that was almost 20 years ago. They showed me the path that I was meant to walk in this life. And I believe that I was on that path so that I could then teach you. The most magical thing that we can do is, excuse me, is connect with animals where they are at. They have profound messages to share with us and profound guidance to give us, to help us become the best versions of ourselves. I am absolutely a much better version of myself having learned that than I was before having the experience. So I would love to hear some of your animal tales, some of the stories. Maybe you would want to come on to Wild Chit Chat with me and we could have this conversation together. So if you're interested and you've got a story to share, let me know. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you back here for some more Wild Chit Chat.